Hi, I'm DaleLynn, better known on Instagram as Queen Dalez, and I'm coming to you to talk to you about how I've lost 145 pounds. I have lost 145 pounds within the last 4 years, and it has been an amazing journey. A lot of people have asked me, how did I lose the weight? What have I done to lose the weight? What inspired me to lose the weight? And sometimes it gets a little overwhelming trying to answer everyone all at the same time. So I decided to start a YouTube channel to document my journey and also to inspire someone else who might want to start on their journey. Just kind of putting my story out there in hopes that it would allow someone else to transform their lives as mine has been transformed. So how did I get started? What inspired me to want to lose the weight? Well, 4 years ago, I went through a life-changing journey, and it started with the unexpected, untimely death of my sister. I am one of 6 kids, and my sister, my second oldest sister, her name is Nikki. She passed away in 2014, January the 2nd. I remember that day clear as day. She died from something called an aortic dissection. So if I start to paint the picture for you a little bit, it started off as just a regular day, a regular Thursday, a few days after the holidays, and the family was just enjoying ourselves, enjoying some time off, and Nikki was working at a school, so she had the holiday break still off, and she went and got her car worked on. And as the mechanic had come back to our house with the part and was working on her car, the mechanic told the 911 operators that as he began to work on my sister's car, he looked and he didn't see her standing anymore, and he looked over to the side, and that's when he noticed Nikki was on the ground and she had been shaking. And next thing he knows, she was still, and they had tried to resuscitate her and revive her, and by the time they got her to the hospital, she was DOA. So you can imagine when we get to the hospital, my whole family gets there, and we hear that Nikki has died. We're devastated, we are, broken, we're all into pieces. But the number one question is, what happened? No one could answer that. All they could tell us was that this beautiful, seemingly looking healthy woman came in, and she was already deceased when she arrived. Even though they did try to work on her, there was no chance of survival for her. It actually took 8 weeks after her death for us to find out what the cause of death was. But before we found out what the cause of death was, I actually had a panic attack a few days before her funeral, and my dad took me to the doctor's office. And at the doctor's office, you get on the scale, they weigh you. The scale read 302 pounds. Yeah. I don't know if I was in more shock just over the fact that my sister was gone, or the fact that I had let myself get to 302 pounds. Any woman or man, anybody who's ever gained weight, you notice that you're gaining weight. You just don't wake up one morning, 150 pounds overweight. You slowly start to see that the scale is going up. And the first thing that I was saying to myself was, I'll do something about it. I'll lose the weight, or I'll start walking. I'll take the kids for a walk. And I never did. I never did anything about it. At this time, I only had 2 children. Now I have 4, but I had my son and my daughter, and I always said that I was going to do something about it, but I didn't. But this was the eye-opener for me. This is what I needed. I needed to get on that scale and see 302 pounds. I didn't know what I was gonna do about that number. I didn't know how to start. I just knew I needed to do something. So after Nikki's death and after the funeral, 8 weeks later, we received the autopsy report. And the autopsy showed that Nikki's cause of death was something called an aortic dissection. Basically, the aorta, that vessel that leads to the heart, it burst instantly, and she died within a matter of 8 to 20 seconds. The moment I got that phone call from the medical examiner explaining to me what her cause of death was, I instantly went online and started to do research. And one of the first things that I found out was that Nikki's cause of death was actually high blood pressure related. High blood pressure does run in my family. I'm not a doctor, so make sure you see your doctor before getting any information about aortic dissections. But from what I researched, high blood pressure was one of the main contributing factors for an aortic dissection. And to find that out, to know that in my family that high blood pressure was very consistent with a lot of members of my family, to know that my sister died from something that could have been prevented was very troubling for me. The really scary part about the whole journey for us was that Nikki actually had a doctor's appointment the day after she died. On January the 3rd, we received a call from her doctor's office stating that she had an appointment that day. And it was just devastating to think that just one more day, she could have been in the doctor's office. They would have probably checked her blood pressure and she could still be here. But her death reminded me that there are no what ifs in life. There's only things that we can do to prevent those what ifs. But sometimes even with the preventative measures that we take, there's no guarantee. But all I knew was I wanted to be around for my family because I did not want that devastation that her death had caused to affect anyone the way that it had affected me. But I know deep down inside, I wanted to do something to remember her, but also I wanted to make her proud. She always wanted to encourage me to go walking with her. She encouraged me to change my diet with her. And I would always tell her, girl, I will do it. I'll do it. But I never did. And so my journey began in hopes of making her proud. I always say, even on social media, I always say, Nikki's death saved my life. So this journey was not all about bad news. Obviously, some good stuff happened in the midst of that process of losing my sister. This channel is all about faith, fashion, family, and fitness. And so what I want to do is I want to inspire you to live your best life doing whatever it is you love. I took one of the most devastating moments of my life and I used it to transform my life for the better. And because of that, I want to share with you how you can do the same. In the midst of a crazy busy life, yeah, I'm a mom of 4. I have a 9-year-old daughter, a 6-year-old son who has autism, and twin boys who are almost 2. Yeah, I have a lot going on with just that. But then I decided to go back to school. Yeah, I'm a student full-time. I'm a senior. I'm getting ready to graduate next year, and I'm also a worship leader as well as a full-time business owner. Got a lot going on, and if you want to catch how I lost 145 pounds, what I did, and how I seem to manage it all during this crazy journey, you might want to stick around and follow me here on this channel at Queen Dalez, as well as on Instagram at Queen Dalez. Please leave a comment below, like, share, and subscribe to this new channel, and let's get on this fitness journey together. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment, and I'll try to do my best to answer as many as I can. Bye.